Have you ever stared at the clock and wondered, what is time? Not just the ticking hands or the blinking digital numbers, but time as an idea, as a force, as something we all live inside of, yet can never truly touch. Meet Dr. Elias Roon, a brilliant, if not unusually sleepy, scientist. He naps between experiments, forgets the day of the week, and sometimes, just sometimes, dreams of the future before it happens. One rainy Tuesday morning, while sipping cold coffee, Elias asked the question that would change everything. What if time isn't what we think it is? Elias in his lab, surrounded by clocks and diagrams, Elias wasn't the first to wonder. The ancient Babylonians used the sun to track time. The Egyptians built shadow clocks. But Elias, he wanted more. Not how we measure time, but what time really is. Black and white animation of early civilizations. We've always lived by time, waking up, working, celebrating birthdays. But it's a human idea, a structure built to organize our lives. The universe doesn't wear a wristwatch. So, does time exist, or is it just an illusion? Elias at a chalkboard scribbling entropy. Elias dove into physics. He studied Einstein's theory of relativity, where time slows down as you move faster. He explored entropy, the idea that the universe always moves from order to chaos. Time, it seemed, only flowed one way, because things fall apart, not together. But then something strange happened, Elias dozing at his desk, papers everywhere. He fell asleep, not unusual for him. But this time he dreamed of a world where clocks ran backward, where leaves returned to trees, where people unremembered the past. And when he woke up, he wrote it all down, Elias presenting his theory to students. His theory, that time might be perspective, that in another dimension time doesn't move, it just is. All moments, past and future, existing at once, like pages in a book. You don't create time by living through it, you're just flipping pages. Pause, soft ticking resumes. But if that's true, what does it mean for memories? Regret? Hope? What if you could go back? What if the future already exists? Fades to stars, cosmos expanding. Elias may never have all the answers. But one thing he knows for sure, Elias looking through a telescope at night, a notebook in hand. The stars shimmer in silence. Some of their light left millions of years ago, traveling across space to reach us now. To look at the sky is to look into the past. That realization hit Elias like thunder. If light can show us the past, what could show us the future? Elias builds a strange device, part clock, part mirror. He begins experimenting, not with time machines, but with perception. Mirrors that distort motion, lenses that twist light. Can we see time differently if we change how we see reality? He calls it the time window. Elias activates the machine, flashes, distortion, ticking. The room warps, voices echo in reverse, footsteps appear before they're taken. And for a brief moment, Elias sees his own reflection. Older, wiser, smiling. Was it a hallucination? A future memory? Or had he truly bent the direction of time? Elias isolates himself, journals piling up. His thoughts grow deeper. He questions time not as physics, but as emotion. How some minutes feel like hours, and some years like seconds. Heartbreak. Childhood. Death. We measure time with clocks, but feel it with memory. Flashbacks of Elias's childhood. He remembers being a boy, playing in the garden with his father. That summer day, that laugh, that moment frozen forever. And he realizes time isn't about how long something lasts, but how deeply it's felt. Elias publishes his findings, The scientific world is confused, divided. Some call him a genius, others a dreamer, but no one can deny the strange patterns in his data. Elias believes time is layered, like music. We just live one note at a time. Elias, walking through the forest, smiling. He walks slowly, no longer chasing time, just noticing it. A leaf falling, a bird pausing mid-flight, a moment stretched in beauty, and he whispers to himself, maybe time isn't meant to be solved, just experienced.
Beyond the clock. A soft dawn glow spills over Elias's desk, filled with notes, blueprints, a half-drunk cup of tea. Time. He's studied it, bent it, stared into its paradox. But Elias knows he's barely scratched the surface. His latest theory? Time is not a line, it's a garden. Moments don't follow each other like train cars. They branch, overlap, bloom. Elias teaching a group of young minds in a small wooden hall. He no longer chases recognition. Now he teaches, not equations, but awareness. Time is not just what ticks on your wrist, he says, smiling. It's what lives in your heart, what lingers in silence, what you carry. The children listen, curious. He sees himself in them, a restless mind, a soft soul. Elias at night, walking through fog with a satchel. But a deeper question haunts him now. If time can be felt, can it be healed? He remembers the moment he lost his father, how that one memory locked a part of him away, forever frozen. Could he ever go back, not to change it, but to forgive it? Elias returns to his childhood home, abandoned, overgrown, windows cracked, walls peeling, but the wind still hums the same lullaby through the broken slats. He walks to the old garden. The apple tree still stands. It's smaller than he remembers. He kneels. He touches the dirt. And suddenly, he feels it. The time that lives in place. Not a clock, a root. Cruise-like sequence, Elias drifts into a memory. The garden fades into light. His younger self appears, playing. And there's his father, laughing, alive. They don't see him, but he sees them, clearer than ever. He whispers, "Thank you." The boy looks up for just a moment and smiles. Elias waking up at his desk, a tear on his cheek. Was it a dream? Or a gift from time itself? Either way, something's changed. Elias begins building one final invention. It's not a time machine. It's not a telescope. It's a mirror made of memory. He calls it the chronosoul. It doesn't show the future or past. It reflects your moments, the ones that made you. You. A device not to control time, but to understand it. A town exhibition. People walk in and out of a glowing booth. One by one, people